It's
like
if
what
you
else
meet
would
somebody,
he even do?
Yeah, it's if you meet somebody who's been in acting for their entire youth, and they do it in their adult life, it's like, well, do you get nervous speaking in front of audiences? It's like, no, because this is all they know.
Yeah.
You know, this is not weird to them at all. In fact, this is probably where they're most comfortable. Same thing for Special here. In this game, we've got a drop here from Innovation. Special pulls away. And pretty good control here by Innovation so far. Not overextending, not doing a lot of damage, but better to get in and out.
Put some serious damage onto that medevac, but it does boost out of there. Pretty even where we're at right now, both sides. Grabbing some more Ravens. I guess we technically don't know from Special yet that he's going to go bio. I kind of assume that he's going to. But he took 4 gases, so we might actually see him go mech.
Hey, he could do it.
Yeah, there it is.
There's a second factory.
Yeah.
Now, if he's going to go mech, this means there's going to be a little bit of time. And that's scan, right? That's the factory up there.
Perfect.
So this
Perfect
is about
scan
as good of a scout. Now, I don't know if there's a window where maybe Innovation can attack or if Innovation just wants to expand yet again. But whatever that play is, the moment you see them start mech, Innovation's going to show it now because that scout could literally not have been better.
Yeah, it really could not have been. And honestly, there's like a lot of different ways that you can play bio against mech. You can either semi-match siege tanks and utilize your Marine Marauder line with that so that they can't really break your siege line, because if they try to, you stim forward with your Marine Marauder. You can go just mass Marine Marauder medevac and try to outmaneuver on the map. And you can also do like a more leapfrogging move. Oh, that's an awesome move from Special. Look at that. Awesome auto turrets. But you can do like a leapfrog as far as tech goes, where you go from bio directly into Sky Terran. Right? You gain the Viking control, and then you go into BCs. And I think all of those are really valid in different ways.
Little drop comes in here from Innovation. Does get some kills.
Ooh.
A little bit of a back and forth.
Ooh, that Hellion did really well.
Yeah, at the very end, yeah, he really pulled through.
Yeah, I wonder, because he's making some more medevacs, which is totally fine. Like, you do want to have some amount of medevacs. Sometimes people make a lot, like 8 medevacs against mech. I generally I don't think that that's all that great, but you definitely want like 4, right? But after that, I would actually like to see him get back into his Viking production, because and there it is. Look at that. He goes 4 medevacs into Vikings again. I'd love to see that from Innovation. That makes a lot of sense, because then you have enough medevacs that your bio is still very worthwhile. But if you stop your air production, then Special will get past it, and all of your... There's nothing worse than having a few less Vikings than your opponent. It's better to have none than having a few less, because then you just get dominated and your units do nothing. It's better to spend that money elsewhere. So it's important to keep that production up.
Funny moment here where it's actually Special taking the 4th base before Innovation, which I feel like couldn't be right given their tech setups, but Innovation's going to come out here and try to contest it, and it's getting pushed away. And I mean, if Special can mech and take a 4th base faster than Innovation, I feel like that's going to be a real burden on Innovation a little bit later on.
Well, Innovation, honestly, like, he technically has the bio forces, but honestly, what has he been making? He's made a good amount of siege tanks and a lot of flying units, so he's not very heavy on bio at all. Like, he's adding barracks, and I think he's going to, like, explode into bio and try to maybe do, like, a tempo victory where he wins a very important battle and then just floods.
Yeah, that could be it.
But, yeah, for this early part of the game so far, he was not spending a ton of money on the bio, right?
That's going to be big, but for now, you kind of got to respect the mobility that bio offers. It's why a lot of players will just kind of default into this tech so often, is that they can play the positional game, which is really, I think, so much a part of StarCraft too.
It really is. That's kind of like one of the big things is like identifying where your opponent's army is and where your army should be.
Yeah. I mean, that's really what that entire last game was that we casted.
Very much so.
So Special now going to come around again. We do have at 12 o'clock this tiny little squadron that could take a fight over here. A pretty good scan. This is an overstep here from Innovation for sure. Yeah, the 12 o'clock counterattack force never did anything. Special expands again. The problem I think that Innovation's going to have is that, you know, if you just have more siege tanks by a lot, you can basically just like just slowly push through over time.
Oh my god, I think Innovation like might wipe out the air, but his ground army has no chance.
His ground army stands literally no chance. We see another auto turret here. I think it's all been used up. Okay, so Special wins both fights.
Ooh,
and,
that's painful.
You can't really lose both fights and expect to win a game. And the tanks have really gone untouched. It's 3 tanks up here for Innovation versus, I don't even know how many tanks are down here right now. It's enough that I'm not going to bother counting them. And you can try to drop on here, but when you have that many tanks, you could basically unsiege the other tanks and treat them like they're Marines.
Yeah, yeah. Right now, Special making a lot of Cyclones and Hellions to kind of get up here and give some support. A little bit more battle mech.
Yeah, pretty good push in here.
And Innovation, who does have that sky advantage, is making a couple Liberators. So that's probably going to be his smartest way to try to push those tanks back from his 3rd base. I think that's a really smart move, but 2 more Vikings come up. Some damage onto these Ravens. And we have 3 starports for Innovation. Oh, he's making 2 Ravens at a time. That's interesting. I thought that he might want to go double reactor.
I am starting to think that there's no way Innovation can come back from this. I know that he has a lot of supply here, but he's going to leave some of these tanks here. He might want to leave a little bit of additional forces there to prevent drops. But, I mean, if Special pushes out again, I don't see what Innovation does. I'm not used to seeing Mech dominate on ground and air like this. It seems like Innovation saw what was coming, thought he had the answer, and clearly did not.
Yeah, pushing him back now with these Liberators, but a million siege tanks go over to his 4th. That is not going to last long.
No. And with the Cyclones, he can drive away the Raven. Another Raven goes down.
God, the damage output here.
This is just insane.
It's pretty crazy.
This is not like a normal TVT at all. Infantry 3-3 is done, but do you see infantry? Because I don't. Oh, here they come. There's as many Marines and Marauders as there are tanks.
Oh, he actually disables the ones in the back.
That's
Let's see if that's going to help him in this fight. Lands the Vikings as well.
Yeah, that was actually a great point.
And he is going to kill the whole army.
I was being critical. I was wrong. Did a very good job handling that. But I do worry that Special is way too far ahead. He's got way more map presence. He's got the production. He's got the output.
Well, this is the moment where I think Innovation needs to get over there and see if he can hit some of these bases that are far apart from each other. Get that punish down, right? He cleared the tanks, so you do have to have some time to remake those.
More Vikings are coming into the mix. Pulling a barracks over here.
Yeah, I can really kind of push the Ravens back a bit better with this. All right, coming forward. Taking some damage onto his Vikings, so might not end up winning that air battle, to be honest.
Yeah, he's not quite able to get the angle he wants. It seems like Innovation just barely has enough to kind of keep him respecting the distance here. I wouldn't mind seeing the siege tanks unsiege and scoot up again, but then again, those are the moments where you do see the other Terran stim and dive in and sometimes completely win a one-sided fight.
Yeah, he's being pretty darn careful with this push. He knows if you go in front of there, the arc is insane from the Marine Marauder. And look at this, Innovation's going to push into it. I don't think this is, well, with that many disables, doesn't matter what I think.
Well, hold on a second. These rocks are proving to be a bit more of a headache than we thought. Keep in mind this disable's going to wear off, which means the fight can continue on. And an overextension, ultimately, is the only thing I could say about that attack. He's going to unsiege, he's going to move in to range, and he's going to start chipping away at the command center that's over here. In fact, I don't even know if he, okay, he will siege up. I thought he might just keep it on siege for a second. Special's going to win this game. I don't see any outs here for Innovation. This base is lost, but the problem is the base north of this is also completely undefended. A planetary means nothing against siege tanks when you have enough of them.
Yeah, that is for sure. Cyclone's even locking on here out of range. He's going to repair and try to keep it up for a little bit. Special adding some Thors in now as well, but a dive bomb onto the siege tanks with the bio, but it's not going to be enough. It's going to get cleaned up. I think we're going to see GG.
Damn, Special.
Yeah, taking down game number 1 here against Innovation.